Hey guys, this is CFO Mods Gaming, and I'm coming at you today with another product review. Today we are looking at this GMF1 gaming mouse from Aukey. Thank you to Aukey for sponsoring this video and sending this mouse over to us to unbox and review. So to hit a couple points on the back here, we have a 1 millisecond response, 20 million click lifespan, 16.8 million color RGB lighting, powered by G-Aim Control Center, and ergonomically designed for both claw and palm grips, which are of course some important components for a gaming mouse, depending on how serious you guys are about your gaming, or if you're just looking to get an inexpensive mouse to get started. Some of those may be more important than others, but having a good response time, of course, is important, and then RGB is always a nice addition. And so let's go ahead and jump in. We've got the Aukey sticker there and the user manual there. We're gonna hope we don't have to refer to that, but who knows? Comes in a nice little bag. And then we have the mouse itself, which is of course USB, and it is USB 2.0, it looks like. Go ahead and get the plastic off of the USB cable here. It does come with a cable tie on it, which is nice. I'll go ahead and just take some of that off, and we'll get this plugged in. To our USB hub, which I'll link the video up here. That's actually courtesy of Aukey as well, and we're still using that. So by default, it comes on with a kind of scrolling RGB functionality there. You guys can see that. Let's actually bring it down here to our Aukey mouse pad. They've been kind to us, giving us some good gamer gear. DPI out of the box seems a little low, but I believe I need to install their, what did they call it? G-Aim Control Center to be able to actually unlock the full functionality. So we do have DPI buttons on the mouse, looks like here. So we can DPI up just by clicking this front wheel, or rather front button behind the scroll wheel. And that does work even without any software. So that is a hardware DPI adjustment. And it looks like we have different RGB lighting on the scroll wheel itself. So red is the slowest, and then blue, green, yellow, and a kind of a teal, and then magenta for the very fastest. And it is, this is going from one side of my screen to the other. So I'll kind of give you guys, that's one side to the other, going down one side to the other, one side to the other, one side to the other. And on red, one side to the other. So that is a solid range. I'm probably comfortable with like a yellow or green, somewhere in there, but of course that's nice to be able to quickly adjust here in game. And then we have a forward-backward button here, as is pretty standard on most mice these days. I assume that the RGB can be controlled via the software that you can download. It says here that there are a number of RGB presets that can be displayed from the scroll wheel, the logo, and the RGB strip along the side of the mouse. The color of the logo and scroll wheel indicates the current DPI level, and the presets can be adjusted using the software. The lighting can also be turned off directly by pressing the scroll wheel. Oh, interesting. Maybe I should keep reading. The scroll wheel, the forward button, and the back button. Oh, there you go. So that turns off the DPI lighting, which is the scroll wheel and the logo. However, the side is still on. The RGB strip has 4 different lighting effects, which can be cycled by pressing the scroll wheel and the forward button together. So I'll bring this back up here. You can see that lighting effect. And this is another, which is just all red, full on. And then dim red. Off, it looks like. And back. Oh, this is kind of a breathing. Turn that on its side so you guys can see that. So it's going through colors there. And then back to what we had at the start. So that gives you guys kind of an idea of the RGB. Let's see if I can get everything else back on. There we go. And yeah, so that runs you through the RGB, which I would say is one of the selling points on this. It looks like, especially since a lot of more people are wanting RGB in their gaming components these days, and I don't blame them. I love Razer's Chroma editions as well. I got the sporting the mouse and the, or rather the mouse and the keyboard here as well. So yeah, I'd say that's respectable. Let's go ahead and jump into a game. So we're going to go ahead and boot up Osu, which I will put a video or a link to the video here of me playing that some more and talking about it and its accuracy, improvement abilities, or ability to improve your accuracy, I guess you could say. I will comment though for now that it is actually pretty natural just grabbing this mouse, you know, switching from a Razer mouse. I'm obviously used to having the buttons here on my thumb, but that's about the only thing that I really notice as a difference when I'm using this mouse, is that those buttons obviously aren't there and my thumb just kind of goes and rests on this pad here. There is a pad here for your thumb and a pad here for I guess your pinky or your ring finger as well. I usually kick my pinky out, but that is definitely something that's just me. I'm going to go ahead and hop on over to Osu here. Alright guys, so let's jump into a normal game here. Got the DPI on the... oh, this is much... that started faster than I expected. Ooh. Yeah, so definitely, let's see, let's turn the DPI down one, and then let's try that again. It's been a while since I've played this game. And I am quite used to my current mouse, but I'm not noticing anything so far that's problematic about this. And ooh, let's do an easier map here. But at any rate, I'm not noticing anything that's bad about this mouse, or that I would comment on negatively. Moves fine. Dpi adjustment right there at the finger is nice. But does make the software that is, I guess, provided by Aukey, I would say optional for this mouse, although it may unlock some of that RGB customization, or possibly even adjusting what some of those buttons do as far as any kind of macro addition that this mouse has. Sorry guys, I have a really hard time talking while playing this game, and that's one of the reasons why I actually don't make any more videos about it. But anyway, it seems to be working great. Definitely predictable. I don't know if that's the right word, or if that really conveys what I'm trying to say, but like I know where the cursor is going to go, and I feel like that's important, that you can, even just with a couple minutes on the mouse, once you get the DPI down into you know, a range that you are comfortable in, then you know where it's going to be moving, and it does it in a predictable way for you. So, for a gaming mouse, I'd recommend this. I don't see anything wrong with it. I personally really enjoy having the buttons on the side in kind of more of an MMORPG kind of mouse style, which is why I use the Razer that I do. But if you're just looking for a normal gaming mouse with a couple of extra buttons, then this is pretty solid. And at the price point, here is the Amazon listing right here. This is solid, and I can honestly always recommend Aukey's products. I've never gotten anything from them that I haven't been pleased with and hasn't delivered, done exactly what it said it would do. So at this price point, I would definitely say this is solid, and this would be a purchase that I could recommend. Link to the Amazon listing is down in the description, as well as the pinned comment. Check the pinned comment if Aukey gives me any discounts on this for my viewers, you guys, and they usually do, then that will be down in the pinned comment, so check that out. Thank you guys for watching. This has been CFO Mods Gaming, out.